Hi there, my name is Kevin Uehara. I'm staff front-end engineer in Brazil, and I'm here today at Conf42 DevOps 2024. And first of all, Happy New Year for all of us. And I'm very happy, excited, and a little bit nervous because this is my first international talk and my first English talk. So ignore this fact. But I'm grateful to be here talking about web workers and how we can handle with heavy processing on the client side. So let's begin. And just to introduce myself and how I said before, my name is Kevin Uehara. I'm staff front-end engineer at iFood. I will be talking about iFood in the next slide. I'm from Brazil, São Paulo. I'm a speaker and tech content creator at YouTube. You can find me there. I'm community partner at NodeBR, that is Node Brazil community. I'm organizer of Campinas Front End. Campinas is the city where I live. One of my hobbies is trying to play CS, Counter-Strike, but always I remember that I'm very, very bad and I didn't play it CS2 yet. I'm developer for about 9 years and focused on the front end for about 5 years. And I'm very, very TypeScript familiar. I love it. Okay. So talking now about iFood, the current company where I work today, iFood is the most big tech food delivery in Brazil. I work in the food logistics tribal. I work in two teams, location areas and location geo. Together, these two teams are called by Maps platform. We work with geoprocessing, geolocation, partner delivery areas, delivery routes, and much more. Okay, so let's begin. What I will be talking in this presentation, I want to introduce you what is web worker. I want to show some application that I built and see how we can use web worker, the results, and if the time allows, let's write some code, okay? And let's finish with my contacts, okay? So the application overview, let's create an application first without using web workers, and then we will implement it and visualize the application performance. And after that, we will refactor the entire application using web worker and compare the results and the performance. Okay. So what is web worker? Web worker is an API provided by the browser by default. We note that JavaScript itself, the vanilla JavaScript, is single thread without going to the merits of Node.js with LabUV. However, we note that we have the event loop, callback queue, stack, and this entire architecture is provided by Engine V8. And we can say that JavaScript can handle a synchronous process on demand, okay? So the browser offers a series of APIs that can be used by development team, like storage, for example, session storage, local storage, IndexedDB, workers, PWE, performance monitoring, Lighthouse, DevTools, and a lot of more of features. And one of the topics I want to address in this talk is web worker. And how do they live? How do they survive? How do they reproduce? I'm kidding. But why to use? What is the benefits? So let's see. Web worker are mechanisms that allow operations, usually large calculations or huge operations, to be executed from the main thread, making sure the main thread is not blocked. Okay. What I want is for a function to perform certain heavy processing that will block integrations with the page, the UI. So imagine that you have a web app and you're making a large or a huge processing, but you don't want the your page is uh, block block it. So the user can't interact with your page because you are making this large operation in the main thread. Okay, so this is a problem, and how we can resolve this using web workers is one of the solutions that we can use. Okay, so I want to introduce you this API. I wrote this article where I deep dive in the same topic and this concept that is web worker. So you can search in dev.to by Kevin Uehara or introducing JavaScript web worker. And how I said, I deep dive in this same uh, concept and the same example that I will reproduce with you. Okay. So let's do the app. So the show me the code. So for our demo project, we will not use any framework or lib. We're going to use just vanilla JS. To do this, we will create our workspace with the following files: the index.html, the index.js, and some styles for our application. Okay, simple styles. Okay, because just I'm from change. I'm kidding. But we have these three files, okay? And ignore this code here, but we have this extension here called live server. That is a extension. If you don't know, live server is an extension of VS Code you can use just to provide a server, and we have the hot reload, okay? So to the HTML, we have this simple HTML here. We are importing the style here and the JavaScript here, okay? So I'm using async import. You can use defer or async, but for this example, we need to use async, okay? Importing. So we have three elements here, two buttons. The first button will start a large operation, and the second button will change the background color of our page. Okay, and this print tag is where I will print the result of the large operation. Okay, so this CSS, I'm resetting the default styles and adding some styles for our button, the padding, background, cursor. So that's it, easy peasy. Okay. So the JavaScript file, the index.js, we have this first function here. We have three functions. The first function will simulate the large operation. So we have the value starting with 0, and we going to increment this value using the loop and start with 0 and using the for until 1 million, I think. That is 1 and 8 zeros, okay? And multiplying by 30. And I'm return this value here, okay? And we have this two event listeners here. The first will start the large process and call this function here just to simulate a large operation in the main thread, okay? And console log here printing the value. And the second button will change the background color of our page. So if it's white, I will change to dark, and if it's dark, I will change to white, okay? So let's see the result of this application without using web worker. So notice that I will click in the first button that will start the large operation, and I will try to click on the second button that will change the background color, but I can't click because the main thread is blocked. So let's see. I clicked on the first button and I can't click on the second button because the main thread is blocked until the large process is finished and the main thread is free. Okay, so to resolve this problem, I will use the web worker. So I will create this file worker.js. Okay, so I will change something here. I will move that function handle large operation that was in the index HTML to here in the web worker.js. And we have this function here, this anonymous function called onMessage that will receive as parameter the event. And we are comparing the name of our operation that I name it as operation. You can give any name you want, but I give operation. And if I receive operation, I will call the handle large operation function, and after that I will post message with the value. Okay, so uh, that's it. This is the file. Okay, and let's refactor the index.js. Okay, so here I'm instantiating the worker and passing the path of our file. Okay, worker.js. So I create the worker, instantiating, and here I'm just creating this before and after just to print the time in seconds. And here I'm calling the function of web worker that is post message, passing the name of the operation that I give operation. So it's the same name here. Okay, and after that I call this onMessage that will be listening the if the large process it will be created on worker from main thread, and after the process on the worker is finished, uh, it will uh, call back and this all message to print, and you can use the data that you processed. Okay, and I'm getting the data here and printing in the text content tag. That is the pre tag. Okay, so this is the change that we have. Okay, so the result, I clicked on the start button, a large operation, but we can't change the background color and the user can interact with your page without being blocked. So the main thread is not blocked. Okay, so this is one of the benefits to use the web worker. Okay, you can use without blocking the UI. Okay, so that's it. This is our example. Okay, and so for large or huge operations you can use web workers, and this is one of millions of solutions that you can use. Okay, so that's it in short. So my YouTube channel, if if you want to know me more, I have the YouTube channel. You can find me there by Kevin Uehara. I'm how I said before, I'm content tech creator. Uh, We have a lot of courses, but I'm speaking Portuguese. But you can use the captions, or we have courses like REACT, state management, and lot of more of content. Okay, so you can find me there. And remember, I have this article on dev.to that I deep diving in this concept, the same example, and but I'm explain in more details. Okay, so here are my contacts. Okay, my LinkedIn, my Instagram, my Twitter. I don't call X, so I call Twitter. My GitHub, my dev.to, where I post some articles there, my YouTube channel, and this QR code that you be redirect to my link tree that will have all my social medias here, so you can scan this QR code. Okay, and let's hands on the code. Let's write this same example. Okay, so uh, I will open my terminal. I will create this uh, page, this directory, and I will open my VS Code. Okay, so I will change my tab here, and that's it. Okay, close something this here, and I let's create our files. So my index HTML, the index.js, and the style.css. Okay, so the HTML, we have this autocomplete here, HTML5. So let's create the title with web worker example. Okay, and let's add our elements button, start large process, and the second button, change background color. Okay, and the pre-tag with id output. Okay, so I will accelerate my this talk and using the copy paste just to be quickly, and because it's not so important. Okay, so we have this import of our style here and the index.js. Okay, so for our index.js, let's create our function here. Okay, so this function handle large operation, and with the value starting with 0, and increment this value and return it. Okay, so let's create the let's add the elements here. So let's get the elements by id, so the btn large operation and btn change color and the output. And I forgot, sorry, I forgot to add the class and the id for these elements here. So let's add, and let's add for the second button. Okay, so just adding the style here. So we have this body style, and I'm resetting the css and adding some styles for our button. Okay, so in the index, going back to our index.js, let's add the event listener for the second button. Okay, so if the background color is white, I will change to black, the dark, or if it's white, I will change. If it's dark, I will change to white, and if it's white, I will change to dark. And let's add the another event listener here that will start. This is a spoiler, so let's remove and just create a const value and receive the handle large operation here and print on text content the value. Okay, so that's it. Let's start our application. Use the live server. So I will click here and start the server, and it will open the my application. So this is this two buttons. Okay, so I can change the background color, but if I click on start large process, you can see that I'm clicking in the change background color, but I can't change until the process is finished. Okay, so now I can change the background, but if I click again, I can click on the background color. Okay, so let's refactor our application. So I will create the worker file. I will get this function here and move to worker, and we have the function that call on message that will receive an event, and if event.data equals for example, I will give another name, for example, large. Okay, and I will get the value calling the handle large operation and post calling the function post message with the value. Easy peasy. Okay, and we finish our worker, and let's refactor our index JS. So now let's remove this function of here, and let's instantiate worker. Let's instantiate our web worker. So let's call worker and pass the path of our file, that is worker.js. Okay, so we are going to call the post message function with the same name, large. Okay, and we are going to call the on message function that we will receive an event and just calling the output text content with the event dot data. Okay, so that's it. Okay, let's see if it's working. I can change the background color, but if I start the large process, we can interact with our page while our large process is being executed on the web worker, and the main thread is free to the user interact with your page. Okay, so guys, that's it. This is our example and how we can use the web worker. It's a simple application, but that's it. It's very simple to use this API, so you can use to for your applications. And again, this is one of solutions. Okay, so guys, thank you so much. And I'm say in every video that I created. So stay well always. Okay. So thank you so much. I appreciate if you like it, and if you like it, give me some feedbacks in my social medias. Okay, here in my LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, however. And I hope you like it. Okay, again, thank you so much and see you soon. Bye.